Hey,
Hey, everybody.
how are you guys? So really good.
Hey,
So many.
everybody.
How are you guys? So should I give just a quick intro? So we're obviously going to be doing these regularly, as you know, from now to the end of the month. Sort of just showing some new features. We'd originally planned, I think we were going to show two today. That's now slightly morphed into 2.5. Would you say two
Well,
and a half?
it's just because you can't keep your mouth shut. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just it in a nutshell.
And the other thing, I think probably important to notice, we've now got a new employment policy at LightWave Digital, whereby we only now employ bishops. I'm just saying, Juice changed his name specifically,
Yep.
and Sean got rid of the Lee. And so it's now Bishop, Bishop, Bishop. And that shows you how completely power crazy I am. So, okay, so what should we, Juice, you wanted to go talk a little bit about the upgrades and just
It's
very
what,
quickly.
just as a reminder here, and I'll even bring this up. We are in that Black Friday pricing. Black Friday pricing is still going on. It goes through December 1st. Yes, I know the email that went out said that it ends on the 30th. That's an error. It does go through December 1st, which is Cyber Monday. So you hear it here. This is official. Yes, it goes through December 1st. So it's the sales going well, guys. I enjoy telling you, when we have people, coming on and saying, I'm upgrading from LightWave 7. That's exciting. It really is. So we're really reaching a big, wide audience, and it's really going well. And if you have a consideration, think about it. Black Friday pricing still going on.
Yep, and we've had actually, I mean, I think beginning to get a few people coming through from other packages as well, which is rather nice. So I think pretty good. So it's obviously going to be I mean, you've got a bit of a flavour of the update last time. So today we're going to show. There was one question everybody kept on asking about the Moto rig. So we're going to be just showing you a bit on that at the end of the demo. Not too much, but we'll show you a little bit. It won't be a massive length demo this week. Obviously, we'll keep it under the hour. So I suppose we better get going. The first thing we're going to show is a little bit on the water plugin, the ocean plugin, just to give you an idea of what that's going to be, and also talk a little bit about what's coming in that later on, and just show you the interface and where we're at with it. Obviously, it's still beta, so at this stage, it's just work in progress, and a few things don't work on it. But just wanted to show you the principle of what it's going to be capable of, and also talk through some of the things that are coming on it, which will be available by release date. Okay, so no, I don't think we've talked about the. No, I won't mention that. We'll cover that afterwards. I was thinking about testers and those sort of things. We'll deal with that later. So that's that. So shall I call up? Do you want to pull up the ocean video first? Let's just quickly talk through.
Right. So
there we go. Okay. So this was I think we showed this last time, this particular video, and the reason we showed this was just to give you a flavor of what we were going to be doing and working on. Just so you know, it's going to have the ability to have white tips. It's going to have the ability to have the weight map into shallows and things like that nature. I'll get Sean to talk about that in a few minutes. And so what I'll do now is I'll just show you the basic interface. And in fact, I'll show you the programming interface, because there's things in there that aren't yet in the final one. So let me go share my screen. Sorry, my screen.
Looking for your screen. There's your screen.
Let's close that.
Close that.
Enlarge that. Right. Okay. So this is the ocean. We've got a low subdivision on this at the moment, so you can just see that's it basically working. So let me actually, what I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to go back to something much more basic. So let's show you the programming interface for this. So this is this is not the version which we're obviously releasing. This is just basically just the core interface which we're programming from. So this is kind of some of the features that most of this is added, but not all of this is added. And you can see we've got different types of water setup, and there's sample size, and we've got preview windows that are going to be working, and we'll update in. I think they'll update in real time. Is that right, Sean? Eventually.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was muted. Yeah.
No, it's okay, bud. So some these will all basically give you a preview of it. There's obviously exporting to MDD. So this is the core interface of which we're coding the main interface, if you like. All right. So I just wanted to show you that. So let's just exit that, and now let's call up the main ocean one. Okay, just need to check the subdivisions low. Let's take it down to that for a moment. So that basically is a fairly big mesh. Let me just show you this. So if I go to the perspective, obviously you can make that mesh significantly larger. You can see how slowly it's moving there. If I go back to camera, you can see we're actually only seeing a very relatively near part of it. So on that interface, I need to put my glasses on, so forgive me a sec. So let's go to motion spectrum. So this is how the interface will appear. You'll have different tabs for different parts of it. But fundamentally, if we want to adjust something, so we can do it on the fly. So if I want to adjust the wave amplitude, you'll just drag it up. I can adjust the wind speed. That will obviously make the waves more violent or less violent, depending on how I drag that. And then, of course, I can just play that back again and see it. Now, obviously, if I subdivide that more, so let's go 3, you get a better indication of what that's going to look like. But obviously, that's going to update significantly slower. All right. So, effectively, you'll do most of your work with a low subdivision, unless you've got an incredibly powerful card. This card on here is a 3080 on this card. So obviously, if you've got a 40 or a 50 card, it's going to be substantially quicker.
Okay. I think it's more CPU dependent, to be honest.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. So actually, it's going to be more i9, isn't it, or your whatever you.
Yeah.
If you've got an i5, I'd recommend upgrading.
Give us a feel on your specs. What computer are you running on?
So on this one is an i9. I've got 64 gigs of RAM, and I've got on this particular machine 3080. It's a Corsair One, so it's one of the off-the-shelf Corsair Ones I'm running this on, which is a tiny machine. It's sort of 1.5 foot high by sort of 1/2 foot wide. I mean, it's very small. So, right, just a couple other things on here. We've also got the ability here to adjust the choppiness of the waves, and you have to be careful with this because you can cross over the tops of the top of the wave. So you kind of need to use that fairly sparingly. So all of these features will give you real-time update, and then you can just play that back to get a feel of it. You can see some of those a bit too spiky. If I go to the subdivision, we can have a proper look at that. There we go. So you're getting an idea of what that's going to look like. Let me update that again, sort of adjust the wave scale. You can still adjust the wave scale and see that adjust with that subdivision. Okay. And also wave count. So you can take it, right down to sort of minimal. Actually, let's go down really low. There we go. So you can do really calm ocean, seas, or whatever you want to have. And obviously, take the choppiness a little bit. And obviously, the wind speed. I mean, just type in there 200. So that will just speed up the speed of that moving. Actually, obviously, you're not going to see that with this subdivision, but let's take that back down. There we go. Run that. You can get an idea of the speed that's now running at. So let's take that back to 25, and then you'll see that there. Okay, so that's the basic operational interface for the Ocean plugin. There's loads of it at the moment, which is still aren't fully implemented. So we've got here the ability to adjust noise specifically. There's a preview window, a mapping window, obviously MDD output window, and we also have up here different kinds of spectrum we can use. So that means you can use different sort of base water simulators or sea simulators and just apply them to your scene. So it's pretty comprehensive. So if I stop sharing, Juice, could you call up the boat animation?
So here we go.
So I've lost the windows. Give me a second. Have I handed it back to you? Yeah, I have. Good. There it is. Okay. So what we're looking at here, and Sean will explain some of this better. So at the moment, this is just the basic dynamic system for adding a boat. We're also going to add the ability to add a wake. So these won't come straight away. So first things first, the ocean plugin will be done by release and obviously during beta as well. So that's almost there. A few things to tweak, but it's very close. The boat dynamics one will be added later, and we're not talking very late. It might be February, March, it might be April, something like that, but that will be coming. And there's a wake system as well that will automatically work at the front of any boat you've got and add a wake to that as well. So what this is lacking at the moment, actually, Sean, has it already got it in it, the springiness, or is that coming?
No, at the moment, all it's doing is just following the contours of the waves. Yeah, so there's no dynamics yet. There'll be a layer be adding on later.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're very basic at the moment.
No, that's cool. So basically what the springiness does is stop those little jars hitting. So that will soften them out and then make it sort of bounce back against those much more correctly. But you can see fundamentally that's following the dynamics of the wave, and it is actually tracking the waves around it, hitting it, and sort of working subsequently with those, right? You can adjust the center of mass where the boat is. You can, there's going to be numerous things on there you can adjust. Sean, do you want to just, I mean, you might want to add the kind of thing that's going to be adjustable so that it will affect different boat sizes and so on?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the control knolls, they're sort of like left and right, front and back. You can spread those out, and that will actually lessen the effect of the waves on the boat as well. Yeah, then on top of that, there'll be a layer system as well. So if you're not happy with certain moves, you can, rotate the boat and move it on top of the existing animation layers. So yeah, there's a lot to plan, a lot to get in there, but yeah, it should be very easy to set up. Just give it a boat, click a couple of buttons, and it's rigged.
Just a quick chip in on that. I think when we did the character walk cycle system, we allowed for the same thing there. You can go in and alter any part of the animation, even though it's doing the basics for you. You can go in and have the character look, raise up a leg, move his foot out to the left, and it doesn't affect the rest of the motion. So very similar to that with this, is going to be, or you will have the ability to manually adjust bits as well. So it should be an unbelievably flexible system. And I didn't know, Sean, and this may be dropping you in it, but will there be different setups for different type of boats, or will it be one global system that you'll just apply to the boat and then adjust accordingly?
It is just one global system.
Okay, cool.
And you basically just, there'll be a ton of sliders to adjust on how it acts. It should work in real time as well. So depending on how detailed your ocean is. Obviously, if your ocean's too detailed, that's probably a bad idea. You're better off, running that with a low quality ocean, and then when you're happy, up the res of the ocean. That's when you're at the render stage.
Yeah. And it does, and it's affected by all of the waves on those, isn't it? And that includes the sort of small sort of wavelets, if you like, as well as the big stuff. So it's looking at the whole of the ocean, isn't it? So yeah. So just to be clear, it isn't making just the big peaks and troughs. It is looking at everything that's hitting it, and then you can have a finer effect. So obviously, if you've got a small boat, it's going to be much more jiggly on that ocean, on the tiny waves, right? A bigger boat will have less impact on the smaller waves, but subsequently, hence the reason it will just work better is obviously on a bigger boat, it's going to be a more gentle motion. The springiness that Sean's going to add will also help with that as well, because that will give it the ability to sort of bounce back and those sort of things. So it's pretty comprehensive, and obviously, I mean, Sean's had a blast sort of putting that together, and I think that when you see, I've already seen some of the stuff that's coming, and when you see that with the wake and you see it with the boat and the stuff. Sorry, Bob. Sean?
No, I didn't say anything. That was
okay.
YouTube. Suddenly spoke to me. I do apologise.
Well, good. So, I mean, effectively, it's a good, again, a long-term system that we can build upon. Much like we're doing with the character system, we're refining that at the moment. So there'll be a slight update to that coming fairly soon. And then on this, again, as people are bound to chip in ideas of things that we've missed or not thought about, we'll be able to add to that as well. So it's going to be a really good first hit. Just a quick thing on it that we've seen, or that I've seen, we've had it running against a beach, and you can alter with a weight map, how the waves affect towards the beach. There's so many controllable things in there. It isn't just about open water, it's about water close to shore. It will handle all of those things, and it will do white tips, it will do all the things you want to be able to do. Longer term, we'd aim to try to do sort of, I mean, I wouldn't say we've got spray sorted by any stretch yet, but the aim is to keep on adding things that will gradually add more and more effect to make it more and more realistic and fun to play with for production, animation, and whatever you need to do. So that's me done. I think on that one. I think that's. I think
one more thing. The ultimate plan is there'll be one window or one plug-in interface, and you'll have all your surface settings, the ocean spectrum settings, and also the rigger. And literally, it'll just be one little window with a load of tabs, and you can drag it off the screen. It'll save you jumping in and out from different, jumping into this model, changing a setting there, then going back and duplicating it elsewhere. It'll be, literally one interface talking to all the separate plugins. But I mean, the separate plugins will still have interfaces, so you can go into those and adjust as you wish. So but that's the future.
Yeah, no, but it's brilliant. I think it's pretty important. We're talking the 26 cycle. So if you remember when we did 25, we released a load of stuff, and then we polished stuff, added more stuff that was in the list throughout the year. And I think the last, even on the last update, we added we had GLT. It was GLTF in the last build of 25.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. And that was on the list for 25. It just came late, right? So it is a case that when you do the update to 26, you are going to get updates and more features as the year goes on, because we'll also think of other things that we want to add and tweak and adjust, and user feedback will obviously drive things that we're altering as well. I mean, Sean's got a full plan for that, and it's going to be amazing, like the Moto rig as well. So anyway, just thought we'd show you that, just give you a little flavor.
Richard said something about path wind. You can actually paint a weight map to control the direction of the wind flow. So
I didn't show that. We've also can attach that to a null and move the null across the scene to drive it as well. It's got multiple capabilities, multiple methods of controllability. So from just basically do it on its own to you controlling the direction very specifically using a null. So we've tried to think about how you're going to use it, what sort of things you want to do, and then basically how can we implement that in the simplest, easiest way to make it fast and fun to use. So I think Sean
I'm going to say this again because everyone seems to not be hearing it. Foam, yes. We said it at the beginning. We've said it now 3 or 4 times during this particular presentation.
There will be fun.
We're going to do foam.
It's not bullet either.
And it's not bullet, and it's not physics. Right. It's
And not hot ocean.
and it's not hot ocean. So the other thing, I mean, again, just going back on the history of this, we've got a version of hot ocean. You can, in theory, we could put it in, but it's not as good as what we're doing. So what we're about to release is better than hot ocean by a country mile, and it's going to have significant more capability and power, and long term, everything from putting a boat on it to adding the wake on the boat, foam, all those things are going to be in there. There's also going to be some shaders that we're going to produce that will be specific for it, that will at least kickstart you for different kinds of sea, that we'll also try to produce, hopefully by the release date, but certainly we will have some done, that will give you shaders to kickstart you as well. So you'll be able to do full-on seas, blue seas, green seas, all the kind of things you're going to want. We've got all of that planned to try to get that in as soon as possible. So
again, it's one of those things to bear in mind. We're users. We know what users are going to want. So
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So remember, if your name is Bishop, you're welcome to join the team. And anyway, so let's not dwell on that. Okay. So yeah, I think we good on that? Any more questions on that?
I think we're good on that one for right now.
Okay, do foam.
Shut up. Okay.
I'm foaming at the mouth.
All right. I just want to show something here real quick. This is just something. It's something small, but it's something that,
is that the little thing you showed me earlier? That tiny thing you showed me?
Tiny, yeah.
A little, very small
The
thing.
HR flag, isn't it?
They do charge for that. Yeah, well, juice certainly. Anyway, yeah, okay.
Here's what I'm going to do. Let's see. I need to remove that from the stream so that I can add that. So this is just real fast. This is just something. A tool. A lot of highly requested to have built in. So this is filleting corners. I've got this polygon here selected. I run the tool, and if I click the middle control, I can drag all of them at the same time. If I click on individual points, I can do them individually. With the right mouse button, I can change the count number. And if I actually do this, you see I overshoot. I actually have a control called hard stop that will stop it. Additionally, if I undo that and select both and do the same thing again here, again, I've got individual controls. I can drag the whole thing. Additionally, we have reversing so that we can do the inverted control about that. So just real fast, I wanted to show this because this is, this is one of those tools that we've, wanted to have. So here's multi-polygon, and I say fillet corners. If I come here, let's see, click, and then just let's see, to do all of them at the same time. We will definitely have that as a thought. Again, we have one additional. This is still beta. We're still working on tweaking and changing. So there we go. Real fast, just wanted to share that to you guys.
Yeah, it's great. I love that. And actually, that speed up so many things when you're making, odd shapes. You want to, it's just fantastic tool. I love it, and so simple, but works great. Really, really good.
And bear in mind, Jim Bob, yes, it says 2502 on my screen, but we're beta, don't read everything that, as reality. And this is just for flat. This is not for volumes. Volumes is rounder, but understand we're working toward replacing rounder. So this is just for flats.
And I think there's another couple of things like that coming, which are going to be great. But that one is, I love that. I think when you showed it to me, but bear in mind, everybody, I think I only used the water plug-in about, I don't know, hour and a half ago. Sean, I think, gave it to me, and I think you only got that tool a couple of days ago. We're right at the beginning of putting the stuff together, so it's very much beta, but good. Okay.
So as a final thing, I just want to say that the stuff that we showed for Moto Rig last time really got a lot of people's attention, and I think some of the bits that want to kind of show off here to do some more illustration of Moto Rig. What we showed last time for Moto Rig was what would be considered standard: 4 wheels, front wheel steering, and this, that, and the other. Through some of our testing and such, I wanted to just kind of bring some of this back and to show. So here is a rendered version first. So this is an 8-wheel vehicle with the front pair steering running across.
And if you remember when we were demoing this last time, it has different suspension setups, different types of vehicle. So it kind of, and they're all adjustable. So, you kind of are going to be able to do, an 8-wheel vehicle. You're going to do, so many things. And again, that's only version 1. So we'll obviously be taking that further as time goes on. But you can see how well that works.
So here's just a little bit of a further, let's pull the cover off a little bit. So here is the GL look of what's going on. Now this is actually playing back the actual animation, but you can see what we've got. You've got the body rock, you've got the suspension, you've got the wheels, and everything like that. As a further fun, we can go a little bit deeper and show this is sped up, but you can see some of the interface here now. Now, this is not a physics engine per se. This is you're animating along a path. Sean, you might want to jump in here.
Yeah, basically, you add a null, drag it around, create a path out of that null, and what the software or the plugin does is it resamples that. Your path might be 200 frames, it'll resample it to 500 frames in this example, and it'll run at a constant speed. And yeah, it's a shame that things moving on, but on this page it's on at the moment, there's a little speed adjuster, so you can literally go in and retime the speed, add stops, starts, slow downs, and stuff like that. It's all keyframeable. And yeah, then after you've finished all that and you're happy with your path, it's literally applied a dynamic system. Again, when I recorded the previews, it was playing back nicely in real time. There's very little in the way of waiting. It's just very quick. If you were doing a bullet sim, you're drumming your fingers, it might go wrong. This is very clean and very fast to work with. And to be honest, I'm very pleased with it. And yeah, lots of different shots to choose from. It's
just a quick question on it. Is this the one, Sean, that has also the micro bumps on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You briefly see it and they'll flash up on the window, but yeah, there it is. And it's gone. But yeah, those micro bumps are absolutely nothing to do with the dynamic system, or they can be. There's an option for that. You can switch it on for dynamics or off. Again, it's a same principle I'm going to be using for the Ocean. It's literally a master plugin controlling lots of different plugins, and it's all on one panel. So yeah, that gives you an idea about the Ocean. And yeah, it could. I'm working on trailers as well, so at some stage you'll be able to tow a trailer. I've got to put at the moment, if you were to lift the car so far above the ground, the wheels will stay on the ground. So I need to put some limits on that. I mean, it is a work in progress, and people have been going, can I drift? And it's like, yes, there's actually a knoll on the back of the car that you can manually adjust. So like Picket or one of those, you'll have another panel where you can adjust sliders and adjust it in real time. But that'll obviously come at later stages. I mean, this is just version 1 at the moment.
And of course, I see questions here primarily, and I know that we have already talked about it, and that's of course tanks, tank treads and such. So,
yep, I've got that in mind. That's that's the slightly complicated one, because obviously each tread has got to move forward and reverse, and yeah, that's something I have been working on. It's
any of you have done tank. I mean, any of the wheeled vehicles and most of the systems we've tried on other packages and so on, remarkably unstable. I mean, remarkably, you'll have it working and then all of a sudden the wheels will start changing rotation speed, etc. What Sean's done here is significantly more solid. It's unbelievably good to use. The thing with the tank tracks, obviously, that's again one of those things that is difficult to do. Sean's got that in the plan and is already sort of working on elements that need to be done to be able to get that to work. So that will undoubtedly come, and the hard bit really that is obviously doing multiple wheels. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any strict limit on wheel quantity here. Is there, Sean, on this at the moment, or is it just 8?
No, you can add as many wheels as you like.
Yeah.
It's not going to complain, but it will start to slow down.
What was the name of that truck from Speed Racer with like the 100 wheels? Oh.
Yeah. So,
trying to remember what that was called.
I mean, just again, a couple of things. Part of the reason why we're not doing a full-on demo of that yet is we want to just save that little while, and we don't want to just show everything straight away. But we will be doing a more in-depth demo of that towards the end of the couple of sessions. But we definitely want a mammoth car, yeah. So we wanted to show. So we wanted to show you.
Send me your model.
I knew there was a Speed Racer fan in here.
Yeah, I mean, if the key thing, obviously, these demos should show you little bits and just show you, there's a bit more than just a video playing, right? So we've done that with the Ocean. Obviously, we've shown a little bit on the Moto rig. On the Moto rig thing there, loads of people asking. I think I did say it with more than 4 wheels last time, but everybody wanted to see it with more than 4 wheels. I mean, I don't know if it's easy for you to do, Juice, but obviously we've got the 4-wheel vehicle from the past. Could you add that video to the playlist? And I was going to say just play that and then the 8-wheel one again, just so everybody can see them again.
You would jump something like that on me, wouldn't you?
No, but if you can't find it, it's all good. Just run the 8 one again. That's all good. And I think you all would have seen that on the wagon that had an entirely different suspension method. And again, that's going to be very, very important to this, is having different suspensions for different types of vehicles. All of that's going to be in.
Yeah, the wagon locks the wheels to the axles, whereas this one. And it's a shame we didn't line up that bus video we did, because that had full shock absorbers and everything.
Oh, God, that was good. Yeah, maybe we'll show that.
Basically, next time. Yeah,
oh,
but
God,
all the controls are the knolls everywhere, littered throughout the rig everywhere that you compare it, your shock absorbers to and IK target and that lot.
Yeah, Juice, take a note, bud, if possible, for me to get you the Cummins bus animation from one of the trade shows. So literally, as Sean just said, that's got all the axles moving, fully animated, all the correct bits locked, etc., and the wheels rotating, and again done with the system. So you kind of, it's so flexible for use. This that doing technical animations, all sorts of things. It's just fantastic. So there are obviously limitations of things we can and can't do, but the vast majority of things you're going to want, it's going to pump it out really fast. So
yeah, embarrassingly, it can't reverse yet.
Yeah, reversing is an issue. Yeah, but
it's a math problem. I've noticed a lot of the plugins with wheels really struggle with reversing. They tend to rely on switches, but I've got a plan. So yeah, reverse will happen.
Yeah. So pretty good, huh? I think that's covered most things we planned on, Juice. I think everything we planned on.
That was what we were planning on for today, for this Friday, and I think we've managed to stay under our time as well.
Yep. Yeah. So remember, these are all shorter until the one on the 29th. Okay. So the 29th will be a long.
Yeah. That one might be one for the books.
I would imagine, I'd imagine that one's going to take a while. But so this is again, I think we did the one last week. This one's a short one. We'll do another one next week and show a few things off. Sometimes it's going to be 2 things. Sometimes it might be 3. We'll just show whatever we've got around. It
depends on where we get with what we're working on. We knew that we could show these today, so there's that. Okay, real fast here. This just popped up. Email me, and I can get you whatever you need.
So, any more questions, guys? Anything else?
Does it do foam?
Does it do foam?
Yeah, the Moto rig does foam. No.
Moto rig does foam. So there.
Who the hell asked that?
That was all Sean. That was 100% Sean.
That was Sean, yeah.
I'll take the flack.
Okay, guys, good on you. Hope that this has gotten you excited. Again, tune in next week. And,
Coom just asked the same question.
But does it do foam?
Right.
So, and that's a T-shirt that I need to get made. LightWave, it does foam. So,
So, actually, while we're here, I don't know whether we're going to do it yet or not. We haven't thought about it enough, but we are thinking of doing a new version of the swirly logo. Another version of it. I think we'll probably do it with something we've built in, but we're thinking of doing that at some point. We might offer that up to someone who might want to see if they can come up with something, but don't do anything now. That's coming as we go. So anyway, all good. We have some unbelievable things to show you over the next few weeks.
Yes, we do.
This is, I think I said it, and I last time, that this is, we've got more sort of key features, big features in this next one than we've had on the previous ones. So it's a really big update. So I hope you're liking what you've seen. Obviously today was Ocean and what's that tool? The Fillet tool. That's a Fillet tool, really, that you showed. And obviously a little bit more on the Moto rig. We will be showing Moto rig fully in a couple of weeks' time when we get closer to the end or the end sessions. So I want to thank Sean, obviously, for coming on. Sean literally doesn't normally speak to people. We just throw him the odd piece of meat. And he's not allowed out. He's very rarely gets I'm not even sure he breathes fresh air. But really, thank you, Sean. So that was a dry run. Sean's going to be on more of these in the future, by the way. Thanks, man, for coming on today and reducing your name length in order that we could actually allow you to be here.
I'm ashamed.
And
I feel smaller already.
So, guys, really hope you enjoyed what you saw. Obviously, a lot more to come. So keep watching these, and yeah, keep us any comments. And obviously, all those who haven't updated, get your updates in. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love this one.
So
we got your addresses.
So we have to.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we're going to send Sean round to you.
I'll shake your hand.
Not sure that's,
So make sure you like and subscribe. We are going to be doing these, so that you get the notifications and everything like this. So we'll see you. We'll see you here on this. See you here on this channel.
yeah, guys, have a good week, and yeah, big hug. Love you all. All right. See you soon. Good.
Bye, guys.
Bye.